Greetings to this edition of Issues and Insights. Good not afternoon, but whatever time of day this is. I'm your host, David Dunaway, and I have in the studio with me today two fine gentlemen that's going to get us all geared up. It's that time of year when the leaves start turning, the air goes to getting cool. Well, maybe. I don't know, it hasn't been lately, but anyway, these two young men are in here to tell us all about Rocktoberfest and get us ready for the fall season with a special event. I'd like to introduce to my far left, you're all's right, Mr. Rick Walters.
Correct.
And also Mr. Josh Cooper. And these two fine young men are from the Elizabethtown AM Rotary. Good morning.
Right.
Morning.
Hardin County AM Rotary.
Hardin County AM Rotary. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Okay. So tell me all about this Rocktoberfest. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about this.
Well, this is the second year for it. We were looking for a new fundraiser last year and got on a little bit late last year, but with a lot of hard work from the membership, we put it together. It was real successful. We raised a fair amount of money that we invest back in the community. All goes back. So we're going again this year, October the 8th, downtown Elizabethtown at the Brown Pusey Garden, and I think it's the Cherry Parking Lot is what they call it.
Cherry Alley Parking Lot.
Cherry Alley Parking Lot there. Okay. So we're set up for October the 8th.
All right. So what is Rocktoberfest? What all is going to be about? I'm thinking it's going to be music. Am I right?
Well, yeah, go ahead, Josh.
It is. It's kind of a southern Kentucky take on the German Oktoberfest. But we wanted to get some live music there to help draw people down. We're going to have vendors and food. This year we're making sure we're going to have bratwurst. And beer, and we've got 3 different bands playing. We're increasing the number of acts we're having, threefold essentially, and it's just going to be a great event. It was a great time last year. It was new because it was a new event for us, switching from the country ham breakfast before the Heartland Festival Parade that the Rotary Club had done for years and years. But it's grown a lot, and we're excited about where this can go in the future.
Well, I know you think of Oktoberfest, you think of the German tie-in. Of course, there's always the beer. I love your poster. If you don't mind, I'm going to show this. But so they got beer, food, music, beer. So
well, actually,
I don't guess you can have Oktoberfest or a German thing without the German beers.
Right. Well, we do have we'll have craft beers also. Kind of go with the fall setting there. We will. This year there'll also be wine sales. We had a lot of people last year ask for wine, and of course we didn't think about that, so we will have wine. We're also got we've made some I think they're 12-ounce little beer stein mugs that's going to have the Rocktoberfest logo on it and the Rotary logo on it. That they can buy that and get 2 tickets for their drinks, and we'll also have a little wine canter-like thing the same way.
Interesting. So that's interesting. Yeah.
They don't have to buy that. We'll have regular cups too.
But nice little keepsakes in there. So it's all part of the downtown revitalization that's going on now. So
that's right.
That's kind of neat. That's pretty good. So what type of vendors? I mean, you touched a little bit on the food. I mean, obviously we're going to have bratwurst.
Yeah, we've got 4 food vendors lined up. Most of the vendors are vendors people see usually at the downtown. We'll have a barbecue. We've got one group that does different types of food. And we've got one guy that's doing hot dogs and bratwurst, and he's got some German sausages and things like that to go with it. So, and then we've got, I think it's a 4-H group. They're going to be there selling ice cream for people that want some ice cream at the last of the
I'll bet y'all. Can we go ahead and cut this short? I'm getting hungry. Just talk about this stuff, man. Oh man.
It'll smell good downtown.
Oh man, I can smell it now.
and it's in conjunction with E-Town Tourism and the second Saturday events. So a lot of the new shops that are opening up and have been open and places will be open and there as well. So just going to be a full event in downtown E-Town.
And that's also to the Ghost Walk, I think, is going on at that time.
The Ghost Walk will be going on also at the same time.
It's all sorts of things going on. like I said, that time of year.
Yeah, we've got the main. There's of course the main act. I don't know. They're all of them are great acts, but they're based out of Louisville, as is Lindsey Hinken Caribou. So we think they have a pretty good following out of the Louisville area. We're hoping to draw some folks to come downtown and find some shops, eat, listen to their music and things.
Yeah.
So
they say it was Caribou,
the Bar Nuns, which is a local group here. They're going to open up at 1 o'clock. They'll play till around 3 or so, and then we have Lindsey Hinken, who's Olivia Hinken's sister. They both stand on their own. I don't know if Olivia was on The Voice. That's her sister. She'll take over around 3. The Bar Nuns will be in the parking lot stage. Lindsey at 3 o'clock will be in the Brown Pusey Garden area, and then at 6, Caribou will take over on the main stage out in the parking lot.
Wonderful. So there's all kind of at least music activity going on.
Yeah, and last year we started at 5 because it was the first time we weren't sure, but we decided to start earlier this year and spread the music out. People can come down and have lunch and eat some food and listen to somebody, leave and come back later to catch somebody, or just come at the end. So we tried to make it available for all times.
So, like I said, that starts at 1.
Starts at 1.
And we'll go till, what, about 10 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to wrap it up at 9. That way, if people are still wanting to do some things, there's other places downtown now that they can finish their evening out down there. So.
And then also, too, there's going to be shops and things. Like I said, it's going to be open. What other type of vendors you got going on inside?
The food vendors are the main thing. Yeah,
okay.
right. We'll be selling Rocktoberfest T-shirts this year. We had people ask for T-shirts last year, so we'll have T-shirts with that logo on it and the information on it.
And that's a neat logo.
It's new, and I think Rick would agree with me. You know, we're hoping to see this grow, and certainly would like to see. Craft vendors and stuff start coming in the years to come, so that it just really becomes
a Rocktoberfest.
Yeah.
We've discussed the craft
Rocktoberfest.
vendors, and I think eventually we hope to probably
Get some of those on board later
get some of those on board with this.
And, something with the the Oktoberfest theme, that would be good. Something to think about for the future.
It is.
So right now, everybody's probably sitting out there wondering, okay, well, what's it going to cost to get in? Is it going to have to, if I pack up the kids and, am I going to have to, go rob the bank first before I come down? What's their cost on that?
There is no cost.
Oh, really?
The vendors, you buy your food from the vendors. You buy your drinks, obviously, but there is no cost. We've raised, based on some fantastic sponsors, that we've raised money to cover the cost of this, and we'll make the Rotary Club, it is a fundraiser for us. We'll make our money from the beer and wine sales, the T-shirt sales, and the mug sales. But anybody can walk in and put a chair down and listen to the music.
And not cost them a dime.
Not cost them a dime. It's, that's part of the reason the Elizabethtown Tourism Board is on board with us, because we're drawing people into E-Town who will go and shop at the shops, maybe take a visit some the Brown Pusey House and other places.
So what are some of your sponsors?
The Elizabethtown Tourism Board and Citizens Union Bank are our two main sponsors. They're our gold level sponsors. We're tickled to death to have them on board. Swope Motors, Mike Thomas Remax. Josh, you may have to take over. I can't read those from here. So.
Your Community Bank, Clark Jewelers, Sicilian Bank, Wilson and Muir Bank, Cooper & Cooper Law Offices, Larkin Environmental Solutions, and South Central Bank.
Yeah. All-star cast.
All-star cast.
So, and it's helpful. It's a wonderful thing when you have businesses get involved to support these things, not just this, but other community activities that go throughout the year. And we strongly encourage you to get behind some of these projects, and it always helps in the long run in terms of community is concerned.
Absolutely.
Let's touch a little bit about. You talked about this as a fundraiser. And without these sponsorships, you would not, the Rotary would not be able to function without that. So, what are some of the things that the Rotary does What's some of the goals that you all are involved in right now?
Well, we have several different nonprofit groups that reach out to us for donations during the year. We get requests all the time. So this allows us to, there's not one in particular, I don't think, Josh.
No.
We get a lot of requests, and by raising these funds, we're able to respond to their needs. So,
the Rotary Club, as a lot of people don't realize, is an international organization. So some of the major initiatives that the international organization has worked on is eradicating polio and clean water projects in third world, less developed countries. The Noon Rotary Club in Hardin County is real involved in that. Our club has a group that's real involved in the clean water projects. But the nice thing about this particular event, and this is our major fundraising, is it's not earmarked for the kind of the national or the international Rotary Foundation. So the money that people spend is leaving the county. It's for things that happened here. Last year, if I remember correctly, we made a pretty large donation at Christmas time to help with food baskets and gifts.
Yeah, and there's one group, and I didn't jot them down. The lady that has the kids organization, we donated a bunch of toys.
Mission Hope for Kids.
Mission Hope for Kids is one of our yearly groups. We donated some money to her, and we all donated a toy. We had a pretty good large amount of toys that we donated for her kids and stuff. So
I think a lot of people should and would want to support. It's nice to give to large charities, but it's nice to support something that's going to keep the money here
in the
and help our local people.
Correct.
Now, when do you all? It's obviously it's a AM Rotary, and obviously meet in the mornings. So, about what time we got to get up? If I wanted to join, what would be the?
Rick gets there about 6:30. I run in about 7:15, 7:30.
We meet every Friday at 7 a.m. At the Stone Hearth Restaurant. We have breakfast. Excuse me. We have breakfast. We have a little speaker program. Somebody comes in and gives a little information on what they're trying to do or something. We'd love to have you if you.
Yeah. I was going to say, what does a person have to do if they want to become a member? Do they have to be nominated?
Asked to join.
Asked to join.
Yeah,
okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, absolutely.
And is there like a fee?
There is quarterly fees. Some of it is money that stays at the club, but most of it, you pay your district dues and your national dues money for that. It's around, just to cover the cost right now, I think the quarterly bill is $180. And part of that is your breakfast also. So that's a lot of the money really in that quarter is to pay for the breakfast.
And the breakfast.
And the other things go to the club and the national and the district. So.
Well, if I were to sign up, I could put away quite a bit of breakfast. That 180 may not quite cover it.
You want to get there at 7.
Oh yeah, I get there at 7. All right. So, do you have any other major fundraiser projects that the club?
Not right now. This is turning into our major fundraiser event. We do volunteer during the year. We'll do things for Helping Hands. What's the food?
Feeding America.
Feeding America. We'll do donations and volunteer time and efforts down there with them during the year. So
y'all pretty active.
Try to be, yes, yeah.
And do y'all do a lot of cross participation between the PM Rotary as well, or?
We haven't in the past, but there's been some discussion that we may start trying to do some joint efforts together.
We would like to. I think it would be good synergy, and my father is Tom Cooper is president of the Noon Rotary Club, and I'm the president-elect of the AM Rotary Club. I think we'll have a little overlap.
It's a family affair.
Yeah, that'll probably happen at some point.
Maybe y'all maybe they just can't get up that early in the morning. Maybe y'all just need to meet about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, the Noon Club, there was how the AM Club got started. There was a group of people that just they wanted to be involved in the Rotary Club, but at noon it was hard for them to leave their businesses and go to the meetings. So a group of them, 30 years ago, next year will be our 30th anniversary of the next October, I believe. They formed an AM Rotary Club so they could meet first thing in the morning and then get about their business. And that's what appealed to me also. So,
well, see, it wouldn't work for me because my job, I'm up and ready to go by 6. So wouldn't work for me. But I could probably take care of the noon aspect of it too. So.
Sure.
Yeah. So, well, what else you want to talk about Rocktoberfest?
We just hope for a good, nice, sunny, dry day. So that's.
Well, now I do have on good authority that it's supposed to be cooler weather.
Well, we can handle the cool weather.
So yeah,
rain will be an issue, and if it does, we'll just cross that bridge when it comes. So.
Well, in the event of inclement weather, bring an umbrella and raincoat or whatever.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
well, the band will be under a tent, so we'll have some protection for them. But we're not going to talk about that. We'd like to have a Chamber of Commerce day and hope for the best there.
Absolutely. So let's kind of recap just a little bit in terms of that's all going to happen now, October the 8th. Starting at 1 o'clock. And running to about 9 o'clock. And we have 3 bands that's going to be in appearance, starting at 1 o'clock. You said, was it Bar Nuns?
The Bar Nuns at 1,
And then, is it Lindsay
Hinkin.
Lindsay Hinkin.
Round 3.
Round 3. And then Caribou's going to wind everything up.
Starting at 6.
And they're a good dance band. I've heard them before.
They are. They have a website, I think the other guys too, Caribou Rocks, ROCKS, and you can visit their website.
Bring your dancing shoes.
Oh, we had people dancing last year.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Absolutely.
Going to have, and it's free to the public.
It's open to the public.
And there's all kinds of goodies to eat, and of course there's adult libations, as we say.
Right.
So wonderful. All right. So mark that on your calendars. Next October the 8th coming up, and let's all pray for a little bit of good weather.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else y'all want to say about it? Or?
Well, I think we've covered it all.
Pretty well covered everything. So, all right then. Well, for Issues and Insights, I'm David Dunham with my guests, Josh Cooper and Rick Walters. Thank you so much for coming.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
All right. Until next time, we'll see you all October the 8th. Until next time, have a good day.